Who can say where the road goes, where the day flows? Only time. And who can say if your love grows as your heart shows? Only time.
Good morning. Welcome back to history class. For the last few weeks, we've been talking about the Roman Republic and about Julius Caesar. On Thursday, we said that Caesar died. He was killed by some people who thought he was becoming too popular and too powerful. And we said that Rome was left without a leader. And so the question is, what happens to Rome now? Well, I've been talking about this guy a couple times. Mark Antony is his name. He was Caesar's friend and one of his generals. He said, Rome needs a leader, and that leader is going to be me. He tried to take power for himself. Now, remember, the person who's supposed to be in charge of the Republic is the consul, just like they were for president. And there's supposed to be two of them. Mark Antony did not get elected consul. He made himself leader. But he knew he could not hang on to that position of power all by himself. He needed help. And he said, I need Caesar's son. There's just one problem. Julius Caesar didn't have a son. I mean, yes, he did have one with Cleopatra, but he wasn't Roman, he was Egyptian. He needed somebody who was Caesar's son so that Caesar's followers would follow this guy, or would follow Mark Antony, and Mark Antony could bring them all together. But Caesar doesn't have a son. But he did have a nephew, and that was this guy, Octavian. Octavian, like I said, he was Caesar's nephew, and Julius Caesar liked him very much. He had fought with Caesar more than once, and Caesar liked him a lot. And he said, Octavian, when I die, everything I have gets turned over to you. That was nice of him. So Mark Antony went up to Octavian and he said, Octavian, old buddy, old pal, why don't we rule together? Let's be in charge of Rome all together. I'll have my friends, you'll have your friends and Caesar's friends, and everything will be all right. Right? Not quite. For a little while it worked out. They set up another triumvirate. Do you remember what the word triumvirate means? Triumvirate means three people ruling at once. Before this, there were two consuls. Well, they got together. Well, Mark Antony and Octavian got together with a third guy called Lepidus, who was also a very powerful man. And the three of them ruled Rome together. And it worked for a while until Lepidus was killed in a battle. And all of his stuff, all of his men, they decided they were going to follow Octavian. And Mark Antony said, we got a problem now. Octavian has become like his uncle, Julius Caesar. He's too powerful. He's too well liked. He might try to take over Rome. I know what I do. I'll take over Rome first. Octavian tried to be friends with Mark Antony, but Mark Antony said, nope, I'm going to be in charge. And so Octavian and Mark Antony fought. Now, Octavian has more men, he has more supplies, and he's more popular. Mark Antony said, I need a helper. I need Cleopatra. Remember her? Yes, she was the ruler of Egypt, and Caesar's old girlfriend. So Mark Antony ran to Egypt and got in touch with Cleopatra, and the two of them became lovers, just like Julius Caesar. So now there's Octavian and his army. There's Mark Antony and his army, along with Cleopatra and her army. It looked like it was going to be a very big and very nasty fight. And so it was, until Octavian took his armies and attacked Mark Antony's forces. Mark Antony fought, but Cleopatra didn't. She didn't send in her troops when Mark Antony needed her troops the most. I don't know why. I couldn't find an answer. Some people say it's because Cleopatra didn't trust Mark Antony. Some people say that she decided that he wasn't going to make a good ruler, and she's going to try to be friends with Octavian instead. But whatever the reason, when Mark Antony needed Cleopatra's armies, they didn't show up. And so Mark Antony lost. But as Octavian got closer, Mark Antony ran back to go see Cleopatra, and he killed himself rather than be defeated. And when Octavian came into Egypt and made it clear that he had no interest in Cleopatra, he was going to take her too as a slave, she killed herself. And so, with Mark Antony dead, and with Cleopatra dead, there is nobody left to challenge Octavian. Octavian took his armies and marched back to Rome, where the Roman Senate said, we need to stop this fighting. We need to stop this fighting, and Octavian is the man to do it. They said, we have been a republic for a while, for 500 years, but we were never stronger than when Julius Caesar was in charge. We can't have a republic anymore. Caesar was in charge, and he made things great for us. We need to have just one man in charge now. We would make it Julius Caesar, but he's dead. So we're going to pick his nephew. And his nephew will not be a consul. His nephew will be the emperor. They said the Roman Republic is not going to work anymore. We are now the Roman Empire. They took young Octavian and made him emperor. And they gave him a new name. Instead of being Octavian Caesar, he would be called Augustus Caesar. That means the greatest. We've had a lot of the greats. We've had Alexander the Great. We've had Pompey the Great. Octavian Caesar is now Caesar the greatest. Caesar Augustus, he was called, Augustus Caesar. And he started making changes to the Roman Empire. The Roman Empire the Romans have been fighting for a long time. And so now Augustus Caesar said, we're going to stop fighting. Our empire is big enough, we're going to stop sending our soldiers off to die. He started building up the city of Rome. It had fallen into pieces a lot when Mark Antony was in charge. Augustus built it back up. He brought in a fire department, and he got police to work in Rome. Augustus, like his uncle Julius Caesar, he wanted to make Rome work, and he wanted to make Rome strong. And he knew that the best way to do that was by making the city strong, and the soldiers strong, and the people strong. But by doing that, he took away their freedom to choose their leader. Because now the Romans can never vote for another leader. They can vote for the Senate, certainly. But Rome is no longer a republic. The people have no say anymore. The empire is owned by one man, one family, the Caesar dynasty. Julius Caesar is dead. Long live the emperor of Rome, Augustus Caesar. The Roman Republic is dead, and it's no more. But it was during this time that something happened. Something happened that would change the world forever. I will talk about that tomorrow. So, real quick, let's go over our questions for today. Question number 1, who was Caesar's nephew? And that was Octavian, also called Octavius, Octavian Caesar. Number 2, what was his name changed to? And that was Augustus Caesar, Augustus, the greatest. And number 3, what was his position in the government? He was the first emperor of Rome. Under Caesar Augustus, Rome stopped being a republic and started being an empire. Now, if that name, Caesar Augustus, sounds a little bit familiar, you can see it in the Bible. It's in the book of Luke, chapter 2. Lucas capítulo 2. You can see Caesar Augustus. And if you want to know what it is that changed the world forever during the reign of Caesar Augustus, you can go read Luke chapter 2, Lucas capítulo 2. Or you can show up tomorrow when we talk about that. So that's it for now. So goodbye, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a good day.